Hiya. Okay, I'm going to show you now how to make some really simple flatbread. So I have got some yogurt, which is natural Greek style yogurt, but you can use anything, 5% fat, anything, doesn't really matter. You could even use plain water, you could use milk, but I think that yogurt gives it a fabulous flavour. So I've got 200 grams and I've just tipped it into my bowl. And what you're going to do is you're going to use your little pot as your measuring device for your flour. So get it all out. Give your pot a little clean. I personally would wash it up in the sink and then dry it, but for this purpose it really doesn't matter because I'm just showing you how to do it. And then you're going to fill it up with flour. So it will give you the same measurement of flour and yogurt. So give it a little shake to make sure it's flattened. And that's all you need. That goes in as well. Pop it out. Use your fork to get everything off. Little bit of salt. Give it some flavour. And then all you're going to do is mix it. Nice and simple. I've got a frying pan on now because we want this frying pan nice and hot. You don't need any oil in it. It is literally just, there we go, just what I don't know. Okay, that's come together. So get that off of your fork. It's soft and it's slightly sticky. So flour onto your work surface. Pop this on. Give it the tiniest little bit of a knead just to get it all together. And then I'm going to divide this into 4 because I want 4 portions. I'm going to have 4 flatbreads. Like that. Get them round. It doesn't matter if they end up looking like a map of India, a map of China, it really doesn't matter. We're just going to get this flat. And you want to get this as flat as you possibly can. Just like that. If by any chance you get a hole in it, ooh, look, oh, I've accidentally made a hole in it, it doesn't matter. Push it back together again. Very unforgiving, or very forgiving, this bread. And it's delicious. Okay, there we go. And that, once the frying pan is hot, so we put a little bit of flour in to make sure that it's lovely and hot. We want this browning, because you're only going to cook this bread for about a minute on each side. So once that comes up to temperature, I'm just going to get another one ready. If you want to funk up the flavours, you can put some herbs in this. You can even put some spices. I've got a mixture of onion seeds and some chilli. So you can add those in. You can add some garlic salt. You can add some chopped herbs, whatever you want to do. And these are fantastic if you're making a curry or a chili, and then you can put them, make this flatbread really quickly and simple and have it as a tasty accompaniment. So my pan is hot enough now, so that goes in. And it's going to cook for about a minute or 2 on both sides, a minute or 2 on either side. So that one's out of the way. And if you can use a fish slice to turn it over, but I'll show you how to do it very quickly and very simply, just using your fingers. Okay, so my bread should be ready on that side now. Let's have a quick look. Okay. If you slide your frying pan down to the end, you can then just whap it over. and we're going to cook that. It's not quite ready on that side. I'm not using the best thing here. Normally I would use my oven, but because I want to be nice and contained, I'm actually using my little hot plate. So it's not the hottest that it would be. Normally, as I said, I would use my oven, so you get a better result. But you can do these on the fire if you go camping. Campfire bread. Okay, here we go. So turn it over, and that's the look that you're looking for. A nice little even colour all the way over. Another 30 seconds on the top of this, and then it's ready. There we go. And the next one goes in. You can tell now that my pan is hot enough because my flour has gone brown. So this will now take about a minute on either side, and then we'll have a really lovely bread. And then we'll have a little feast with the cheese that I made earlier and my bread, and I'll show you how the Romans would have eaten it. I'll see you soon. 1 hour later, and here we are. My cheese is ready. It looks a bit like a brain, but it is absolutely gorgeous. And what I'm going to do is, normally I would do it one way or the other. I would either do it sweet way or I would do it savoury way, but because I want to do both, I'm actually going to cut my cheese in half, and you then will see the texture as well. So it has foamed up, and it's absolutely beautiful. So one half, I'm going to do savoury. I'm going to drizzle it with a bit of olive oil. Get the good stuff, get the extra virgin, don't go for your cheapy stuff. And then I love to use Italian herbs. Just sprinkle it on the top. They even come out. Ooh. They're not coming out. I've killed my herbs. There we go. So this is my savoury. And then I've got some fresh basil as well. Yummy, yummy, yummy. In my little tummy. I also like to smear this with a bit of garlic. So that's my savoury version. Just like that. And then I'm going to leave this one plain, because the way that the Romans would have eaten it is drizzled with a bit of honey or with some fig jam. And it is just divine. Taste-wise, you cannot taste the lemon juice that created it. It gives it a very, very slight tang, but I'm talking minimal. And it's creamy, and it's just beautiful. So, cut off a little piece. Cut off a piece of bread. Cheese on top. And then you can either drizzle it with a tiny little bit of honey, which is just divine, honestly. Or some of the fig jam, like that. This came from Turkey about 4 years ago. But it is honestly just, I mean, look at that. Does that look good? And it tastes. It's just beautiful. It is so worth doing. Excuse me talking with my mouth, it's very rude, but it's worth it. Get the kids involved, tell them it's a science lesson, and make some beautiful fresh cheese, savoury or sweet. I've got some of my seedy bread, put some of that on there, sit out in the garden, glass of wine, and enjoy. And I'll see you soon for another video. Have fun, stay safe.